Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. It's a new week. Welcome to our show titled Speak of Africa. We have another great show, a whole lot of news for you. We're going to talk about Ambazonia, La République du Cameroon, Botswana, Central African Republic, Mali, Nigeria, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. But before we begin the show, as usual, we want to say thank you to all our viewers. If this is the first time you're viewing Speak of Africa, we invite you to subscribe to this show. After you subscribe, you will receive notification about new video uploads so that you don't miss any of our videos. We upload a video at least once a week, and we want you to know whenever we upload a new video so you can watch it and share it with your friends. We also want to thank our subscribers. We appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing to this show. Without you, we'll not really have a show. We started this show without any subscribers, and our numbers are going up slowly. We thank you because without your subscription, we will not really have the numbers of people watching the show reliably every week. So we say special thank you. Finally, we also want to thank our customers. We are business people. We provide a lot of services. We are in the finance business. We do taxes, we do real estate, and we disclose this on the show. And we also market our services, and a lot of the viewers are also patronizing us. So we do not want to take your patronage for granted. We thank you very much for this patronage. We are also getting into healthcare, and we're helping a whole lot of people start healthcare businesses. We have a lot of customers. Then we're also getting to IT. We're helping people who are starting their IT businesses. We're promoting these businesses. For example, last week we spoke to you about ByTech. ByTech is offering a whole lot of classes, and they have a free class going on April 2nd. So if you want to know what information technology is about, this is an easy way for you to get a good job and start making six figures. You may hear the stories of people talking about making six figures. Before, it used to be healthcare, but right now, information technology is opening new avenues. You can become a cloud DBA, database administrator, and your first job will make it possible for you to start making over 100,000. So ByTech is a company that we're promoting on this show. They have a DBA class in May, but we're encouraging you to take the free class first, which is taking place on April 2nd. So once you go to the free class, you'll be able to find out what information technology is about, and you'll be able to tell if this really fits your program. So a lot of young people, especially our Africans, will want you to improve your life, change your lives, because you can only change your life if you take action, which is basically the philosophy we have in my book. This month, I've been looking at books for you to read. I went back to my book, The Miraculous Millionaire, and I want you to look at this book again, because the book has a whole lot of chapters, 12 chapters. What we're going to do next month, we're going to start taking one chapter at a time, then we'll do a show on hopping, and we'll be able to share this with you so that you can follow up what the book is about. We'll be taking one chapter at a time of our book titled The Miraculous Millionaire. We're going to take the first chapter, which deals with pay God first. Basically, it's action. You can pray all you want. Heaven will not help you. You have to take action to help yourself. You have to create a relationship with God and take action to help yourself. That's the message in the first chapter of our book. So your individual action is very, very important. So you need to take action. Don't sleep and pray thinking that God will help you. God says heaven helps those who help themselves. So don't laugh about it. That's how the world works. Africa Renaissance will come when Africans learn to start doing things for themselves, which is what we're encouraging our people to do on this show. We don't want you just to smile and laugh. We want you to take action to change your lives for the better, which is why we're bringing educational content that is useful. Okay? Now that we've finished with most of the household chores, we want to go straight into our news segment. You can find my book on Amazon, okay? The Miraculous Millionaire. There are 12 chapters. You can find it on Amazon. And from next week, we're going to start taking one chapter at a time and show you how to benefit from this book. It's like a workbook. You're going to know how to use it. With a new segment, we're really going to look at Africa last week. How was Africa last week? When we look at Africa, we want to put Africa in a geopolitical context. How does Africa fit in the whole scheme of things? In world politics, in world economics, in world sociology. That's what the show of today is about. We want to think big themes, okay? Well, the superpowers are back. The superpower rivalry between Russia and the United States is back. Then, of course, you have forces like China, too. They are also trying to rival the United States. But it looks like the spoiler is Russia, especially with Vladimir Putin. For the show of today, we just want to give you a secret. Just know that you heard it from us first. What is going to happen? Because of the war in Ukraine, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has really made the United States president really angry. This week, he was in Europe talking to his NATO partners. It looks like a plot has been hatched to overthrow Vladimir Putin. So if you are an African and you are making friends with Vladimir Putin of Russia, just know that he's a marked man. The CIA has a new project, and the project is to overthrow Vladimir Putin. So if you do not know, we are sharing this intelligence with you on this show. So just know that Vladimir Putin is not going to last very long. Before, the CIA allowed him to leave because they felt he was not a threat. But so many things have happened. The CIA is now uncomfortable with the way this individual works on the world stage. Initially, they thought they could really accommodate Vladimir Putin, but he's becoming a thorn in the flesh of the United States. So the order has been given to take him out. The United States doesn't want to do this openly. In fact, when President Joe Biden was in Poland, he made comments about regime change. But because the comments were odd, the White House tried to walk back these comments, but he has already taken. The secret is out. We know what they want to do to Vladimir Putin. So this is the context that we want to show you in the news of today. If you are an African country and you are abstaining from voting against Russia at the UN, think again. You're going to make your country a scapegoat to these guys in the West because they have the power. The economy of Russia is very, very small. Instead, America pivots to Asia, to China, because China is a big market. Russia is a small regional player. The economy is smaller than the economy of Texas, which is just one state in the United States. So Russia is not really a big player, and they cannot offer Africans a whole lot. But a lot of Africans are really naive, especially the African leaders. They are really naive. They are siding with Russia for historical reasons. We think they are better off playing the game in a smarter way because they're going to lose a whole lot. With Ambazonia, if you think Russia can help Ambazonia, we don't really think so because the Ambazonia problem remains. For today, there are two main stories we want to share with you in Ambazonia. The first story is the burning of houses. B is burning a lot of houses in Ambazonia, and you can see the video we want to share with you. Watch it for a minute.
This is Auntie Lovely's store that has been burned today, as you can see. The whole place. It happened just this morning, alongside with Tachi's own. This is Pachema's house. Everything too is down. Everything.
You see these two videos, they show the way the B militia is burning houses in the northwest and southwest with joyful abandon. In addition to burning of houses, they are also killing young people. Sometimes, if they see any young person, they just shoot them down and drop their corpse right there for people to see. So it's very, very callous when you see the way things are going. We have this video, you can see the way they shoot young people in the street and just dump their bodies right at the street corner, just like they're animals. The way they shoot young people in the street and just dump their bodies right at the street corner, just like they're animals. It's very, very sad, but this the way they shoot young people in the street and just dump their bodies right at the it's very, very sad, but this is what is really going on. Then, of course, we have some of the guys in Manu, Acquire, who are forming a new group, General Omega. You can see a video of General Omega with his group. They are asking for help. They need help to buy guns and to buy bullets. So just watch the video of the new restoration forces from Acquire, General Omega. Watch it for a minute.
Wana. Boa. Simina. My brother. Umanyu. Now this. It's 105 Shigaka. The ultimate spirit talk. I got my fellow colleague for Asamako. The general for Barantan. Get up to the lip. The general for liver. Get Mboma oil. When I general from Gucci. Come. Today, a great day for we all. 24th March, we say, 2022 say, no make peace reign for we all. This person will not fire our present, the one that will not die. But today, all will come to realize say, we will make peace. So that make all we live as one. This one is ready for you, just a few. So you are ready for it. Someone ready for God. Because this will stand. And facing me to enter. My enemy to enter at any time. We don't kill them for God. So, apart from ready for diaspora. Now who this? Now some call this on my right hand. No could delete this. Number one oil this. We say no more for infighting. No live as one. May peace reign for Ambaland. May peace reign for Manu. May peace reign for Manpe and may peace reign for Imojo as a whole. Because the Imojo, they start the fight. You know the whole Ambaland they start the fight. The Imojo they start the fight. And then they bring the what they call consolidation for inside this Ambaland. Okay, our Godfather, you say thank you Lord. We don't know for you we. We will always give you place. Till this struggle will finish. No matter what you will chop, but we will owe you respect because you be the founder of Odesh for inside Ambaland. All for one. One for all. All for one.
Hallelujah. One for all. All for one. All for one. One for all. I will lay out to wait till my FM don't talk. Today, inside Manu, Oyimojo HA, especially. I want to say, be very sorry. And I apologize for all the Manu. People, the mommy and papa, they all wrong them. So be very sorry. We send an apologies. May it go far. For them say, we Oyimojo.
Thank you for watching General Omega. Then we'll have a second video of General Omega with his boys, talking about their need for weapons. Sometimes when they go on a mission, they have to terminate their mission because they run out of bullets.
All for one. One for all. All for one. Asawana. Asaboy. Simina. No retreat. No retreat. No surrender. Yes. Now, Major General Omega this. Now, if you see all you boys, today na 23 of March. Now, I military just come surprise me for my base. When I see all the soldiers where they stand so, when I see the destruction for military, they don't burn this compound. Now, Major General made the boys, now them save this compound so. After a long resistance, so we don't we don't hammer them like 10 of them. After a long shooting, the Comoros, we don't pursue them to go leave them for road. Why it happens so now? Because the first squad, the day on guard for Bamenda Road, they wait motor to strike them explosive bed. The one way come out and them take me on a way bed. Thank God say, now only one of my soldiers sustained injury, but nothing do them. So don't hammer them. But I want to tell our leader from my say, may they see their handwork towards Mavas Barrack. May they see their handwork towards Akwaya base. Now, I don't get back up from Plateau when I commander Ekoto. You don't come back up. Even though we go still pursue them for where they dey, must ship them out of this territory. But at the talk for when I say, may when I see the machine where boys they hold them, when I just look at when I lift her up, may they see them. Now lift them. You see, military carry better ammunition, better weapons. See boys they carry chakapum. When I see them, when I see what they do, they don't demolish, burn all these houses. 2 compounds they don't burn for my area today, when at 23 of March. So at the time when I say, if when I don't get interest to support Akwaya North, when I leave them, I don't want that politics when I talk, say this and that. So I want to give now this short video when I say that the work done of military against Ambazonia for inside Akwaya North, Mavas in particular. Now it is, and I see destruction. Don't burn all the compound. Now Major General Omega, so with the boys, you see Commander Ikoto, he don't come back up.
You go see this machine I hold.
Yes.
If una buy am for me and my community, side to the get granite for use. Una no sabi. If una no want support us, una leave am. We go still dey fight the struggle.
Yes. Now Commander Ikoto that way they talk.
So it's really sad. What can Ambazonia learn from Ukraine? In order for self-defense to be effective, the people need to receive help from their brothers and sisters so that they can fight their enemy, which is La République du Cameroon. When you look at Ukraine, aid is flowing in from all over, all the Europeans. They know that Ukraine is their brother, so they are supplying Ukraine. But in Ambazonia, you have folks who just run their mouth and talk big, but cannot contribute to the struggle. This is really sad. We encourage them to contribute to the struggle. That's the only way the Ambazonia revolution will be kept alive. Without further ado, we want to go now to La République. You sent us a whole lot of pictures and videos of newspaper headlines. There's a whole lot going on in La République. The soccer game is over, but hunger is back. Wheat is scarce because of the war in Ukraine. It looks like La République cannot import a whole lot of wheat, which is used to make bread. So bread is a staple meal in this part of the world, especially for breakfast. The Francophones eat bread in the morning, they eat it in the afternoon, and they eat it in the evening. Okay? So now that wheat is scarce because of the war in Ukraine, it's difficult now to get enough bread to go around. And this is a problem. Because these people like to eat bread with sardine. Okay? But another story which we think we want to bring to your attention is the story of the teacher strike. This strike has been going on for weeks. The government is playing games. Instead of solving the problem, they're just using band-aids. It's like you have a wound. Instead of going to the source and curing yourself, you just put a band-aid. So you just window dress the wound. That's what the government is doing. They are not really looking into real solutions to this problem. The problem with teachers is because they are not getting their money. The government owes them arrears that have not been paid for years and years and years. We're going to share the story of a guy who used to be in the government. He was a teacher, and he has retired for 15 years, yet he has not yet received his pension. He served the government for over 35 years, as it says in the video. He's a very old guy. Now he went on social media and made a protest. He taped his interview, He wants everybody to know he's appealing to his former students that he is sick and dying. He wants them to help him because the Cameroon government cannot pay his pension. When this news got to Paul Biya, King Paul Biya of Cameroon, Paul Biya ran and asked his slaves to pay the pension of Norbert. This guy's name is Norbert. We can take a look and watch him in the video. He's a really old guy. He said he has cancer, prostate cancer, and he's suffering and he needs money to cure himself. How callous can this Paul Biya government be? So this is the story of Norbert, Monsieur Norbert.
Je salue le gouvernement de la République. Je rends hommage à mon fils collègue Amidou, décédé dernièrement après 10 ans de service sans salaire. 35 ans de service au Cameroun. Retraité depuis 15 ans, je n'ai pas eu le dossier de retraite abouti. Sur ce, je sollicite que mes anciens élèves qui sont en exercice m'aident en touchant du doigt mon dossier de retraite, Nyentendem Norbert. J'ai travaillé d'abord à Sorombeo, à Menge Balevin, à Balin.
Sorombeo en quelle année?
Sorombeo de 72 à 77, Menge de 77 à 83, Balin de 83 en 95, Chiesa de 95 à 2001, Zermezo de 2001 à 2003, Letza de 2003 à 2004 et enfin au lycée bilingue où j'ai été bibliothécaire et professeur de dessin dans les classes de 3e et terminale. Je ne suis pas un mendiant, cependant je sollicite votre effort pour regarder si ce dossier existe ou il n'existe pas.
So his story just tells you why many other teachers are in the street protesting. Then you also see them in the north. They are also protesting because of bad conditions, okay? And they call it OTS, on a trop souffert. On a trop, we've suffered too much. We've suffered too much. That's the slogan for the teachers who are striking. OTS, which stands for on a trop souffert. We've suffered too much.
Enlève un peu le sac là. Trop, c'est trop. On en a marre, lundi noir. On veut nos allocations. TCT.
Trop, c'est trop.
Ouais, ouais.
On a trop
Payez nos
souffert.
allocations, on a trop souffert.
On a trop souffert.
On a des problèmes au Minéduc.
Trop de problèmes. Oui.
Payez-nous.
Oui. Et ils disent qu'on n'a pas de problème, alors qu'on en a assez. Oui. On attend nos offres d'intégration depuis 5 ans.
14 ans sans allocation familiale. Payez nos allocations familiales. 14 ans sans allocation familiale. Payez nos allocations. Les avancements aussi.
Entre-temps, les gens demandent les pourcentages pour traiter nos papiers.
Les primes.
Il faut prendre partout.
Then at the same time too, you have students in Mora. Mora is a town in the north. This is the area where Aijo comes from, the north of Cameroon. The students too are protesting because they have exams to take, but they don't want to take those exams because the exams are not being administered by their teachers. So they have refused to take the exams, and the government is trying to put pressure on these students to take the exams. The students are from Mora in the north of Cameroon. Take a look at the video where the students are complaining. They are speaking in French, but I just want you to see the action. Thank you very much for watching the show on La République du Cameroon. But before we end our coverage on La République du Cameroon, we want to mention the cholera outbreak. In the area they call Limbe, which used to be Victoria an Anglophone area, there is a serious pandemic of cholera. They call a limbe, which used to be Victoria, an Anglophone area. There is a serious pandemic of cholera. Of course, they call a limbe, which of course, we have a video which we're going to share with you. It explains to you what happens when cholera breaks out. Usually, unsanitary conditions are fertile ground for cholera. Okay? Dr. Moise Ngwa, one of our brothers, has written a dissertation on cholera in Cameroon, which we're going to share with you. It explains to you what happens when cholera breaks out. Usually, unsanitary conditions are fertile ground for cholera. Okay? Dr. Moise Ngwa, one of our brothers, has written a dissertation on cholera in Cameroon, which we're going to share with you. It explains to you what happens when cholera breaks out. Usually, unsanitary conditions are fertile ground for cholera. Okay? Dr. Moise Ngwa, one of our brothers, has written a dissertation on cholera in Cameroon, which we're going to share with you. It explains to you what happens when cholera breaks out. Usually, unsanitary conditions are fertile ground for cholera. Okay? Dr. Moise Ngwa, one of we wish the Cameroon government should have actually used the study this brother conducted for his PhD. They would have been able to at least solve this issue with cholera. But as you can see, the outbreak is serious. You can see a lot of pictures and videos of patients lying on the floor. There are no beds, and the environment is not really clean. So it's really, really sad when you see what is happening here. So now we leave La République du Cameroon, we go to Botswana. When we hosted our second African Nation Awards, we selected Botswana as an oasis of democracy, as a stellar country, a country we love in Africa, which depicts democracy in action. I know most of you have heard Botswana, especially when it concerns either AIDS or the movie The Gods Are to Blame, right? So most people remember Botswana from this movie. But Botswana is a relatively stable African country. They've had a power transition a whole lot. Ian Khama has been president, then he relinquished power democratically to others. But President Masisi has really tried to change this tradition. He has gone back to the politics of division. Now he had issues with the family members of former President Ian Khama. He imprisoned them and they were maltreated, which is a really bad sign for a democracy. So we are drawing attention to this because we're saying to ourselves, so even Botswana is sliding back into dictatorship. We thought Botswana was moving forward into democracy, but the country is backsliding. So we have to draw your attention to it.
Hey yo, Shay, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shake. When I say his services are the best in the states where he's born, he even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
From Botswana, we'll take you now to Central African Republic. Of course, the conflict between the Anti-Balaka and Seleka still continues. Former President Francois Bozizé is fighting with Ashange Touadéra for power. Then the rebels are still attacking and killing people. So even this week, we have news of people who have been killed by most of these rebel forces. When is this problem going to be solved? Then at the same time, the folks in the Central African Republic, they are getting involved in superpower politics, the conflict between Russia and the United States in Ukraine. A lot of these guys went to Ukraine and lost their lives over there. So how stupid can Africans be? Why are you going to Ukraine to fight for Russia? What is Russia giving to you? So now you are a mercenary, right? These are really stupid Africans. You're going to fight for this country, you cannot fight for your own country. It's really sad when I see the pictures of people from Central African Republic jubilating and going to fight for Russia. I think it doesn't make any sense, even in a strategic sense. I know Russia is supporting their current president, Ashan Touadera, so he may be the one making these young people leave the Central African Republic and go to Russia and Ukraine to fight. But we think it doesn't make any sense. Next, we take you to Mali. For a while now, you know that Assimi Goïta has been in charge of the country. The military junta has been ruling. Last week, we told you to kick out the French. But it looks like ECOWAS has been trying to negotiate with Assimi Goïta to see if they can return the country to civilian rule sooner than the 4-year projection. So things did not really sit well. So even this week, Assimi Goïta was not really happy his country from Ghana. And that's the news we have for you for Mali. Next, we'll move to Nigeria. In Nigeria, as we're coming to the studio, we got the news that assailants in Kaduna Airport, they tried to strike. Luckily for the people, a security guard caught them and they killed the security guard, but there was enough security, so a lot of killings did not really happen as it would have happened if the security guard did not pay attention. So we thank the family of the security guard who lost his life. Without his quick action, a lot of lives would have been lost. But in Nigeria, we know that the APC had their convention on the 26th of March. So the convention went well, but Bola Tinubu is facing a lot of headwinds. We just saw a video of women who don't really want him. They were really protesting the presence of Bola Tinubu. They even blocked the road, so Bola Tinubu could not even proceed. So it's really sad. It looks like their preference is Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the current vice president of Nigeria. You can even see another picture where the crowd was busy defacing the picture of Bola Tinubu. So I know this gives him chills in the stomach, right? But as one of you guys was telling us, Bola Tinubu knows that the people don't want him, so he's going to try to use money to buy his way, as he always does. So this is a sad thing that is going to happen in Nigeria. You think that they would allow the young people to run the country, just like a lot of people want Professor Osinbajo to win. But it looks like Bola Tinubu is going to change the equation. He's going to start bribing a lot of people. And before you know it, people will change their stance and start supporting him, even though they did not like him in the very beginning. Then we also have pictures of Atiku Abubakar, who has also declared his candidacy under the banner of the PDP party. So we know that 2023 is going to be hard in Nigeria, right? Okay, so we leave Nigeria now and we'll move to South Africa. South Africa is really a supporter of the Soviet Union. Now they are supporting Russia. You know, this is for historical reasons. So instead of talking much about the Cold War, we know where South Africa stands, okay? But the main story in South Africa has to do with the protests. Migrants too now are protesting against the xenophobic elements who don't like their presence in the country. And this is making a whole lot of noise. Then at the same time, a lot of South Africans have been complaining about Amazon headquarters. Amazon is trying to build its African headquarters in South Africa, but the people are saying the land is a holy ground, so they don't want Amazon to build on that land. And it looks like the South African court had already given a stay to these people so that they can stop the building of the Amazon headquarters. So this is a win for democracy in that country. And it looks like these indigenous people were the ones who were fighting against the white people in that part of the world. So they lost their lives and they shed their blood, so they were martyrs of freedom. So if you come and build on the land where their blood was shed, It's a slap in the face. So the people have won and the judge has given them this victory. Thanks for the legal system in South Africa. Finally, we have to go to Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, we have a story of African Renaissance. Usually we hear negative stories about Zimbabwe, but there's a young guy who has invented a TV which doesn't use normal electricity or solar energy. It's really, really interesting the way this guy built his TV, and we want you to take a look and see the way he built his TV. Take a minute and watch the video. A TV which doesn't use normal electricity or solar energy. It's really, really interesting the way this guy built his TV, and we want you to take a look and see the way he built his TV. Take a minute and watch the video. A TV which doesn't use normal electricity or solar energy. It's really, really interesting the way this guy built his TV, and we want you to take a look and see the way he built his TV. Take a minute and watch the video. A TV which doesn't use normal electricity or solar energy. It's really, really interesting the way this guy built his TV, and we want you to take a look and see the way he built his TV. Take a minute and watch the video. A TV which doesn't use normal electricity or solar energy. It's really, really interesting the way this guy built his TV, and we want you to take a look and see the way he built his TV. Take a minute and watch the video. A TV which doesn't use normal electricity or solar energy. It's really, really interesting the way this guy built his TV, and we want you to take a look and see. Thanks for watching the video of the young inventor in Zimbabwe. We thank you very much for watching our show of today, and we're encouraging you to subscribe. We're coming up with more and more programs, and we're encouraging you to go to school, attend the biotech class. Then we have a lot of businesses that we're forming, okay? We help businesses write their business plans, we write the policy and procedure manual for them, and we also register the businesses for them. So if you have any business concept, we can help you do everything. We'll even help you build your website. We'll show you samples of websites that we build at the end of this show. Take a look at the website that we build, and we'll say bye-bye.
Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com. Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.